Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, I've got something I want to hit on for tonight's headline show that I believe is incredible for the Second Amendment movement, but also for freedom overall. Now, one of the things that we've been hitting on all year is do not give up. We are more powerful and united in a common direction than we think we are. Every action, every impact that we have, we may not even see, but it's there. And that is what we're seeing today. We're going to focus on Canada and California. Now, both of these places have elections coming up, and both of them are trending much further on the conservative side than traditional. To give you an idea, Canada banned almost all weapons, right? They're still focusing on handguns. California, pretty much the same thing. Both of these are socialist or socialist light. But something's happening under the current, and we're going to talk about that right now. Now, before I get too deep into this, everything's always linked in the description box below, as well as our bullet points episode from today. Check that out, because there's some stuff happening, some manipulation that the lefties are looking at in Texas, and they're basically making the emphasis on the worry about something happening versus the actual event happening. It's big. There's a thumbnail right here. There's a card right here. It's in the description box, but I want to make sure you guys didn't miss that, and let me know what you think. But now, let's get back to socialism light, turning a little bit redder. All right, articles again in the description box below. The first thing I'm going to bring to your attention is Canada. Okay, Canada, right? They aren't known for their gun rights. Check out what's happening. Canada opposition chief leading an election race under fire over gun control. Now, Canada, our long lost brethren to the north, a little bit colder, but like the nicest people on the planet, they actually have a special election right now. Trudeau, the guy who is in charge, he's a very far left, socialist, imperialist, like control guy, right? He called an election and he's losing. But listen to why. So they're actually focusing on the gun control. And I think that's interesting because there's parallels to our politics and their politics, even though it's a different scale. Vancouver, September 4th, Reuters. The head of Canada's opposition Conservative Party, who has a chance of beating Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in an election on Saturday, pushed back against charges he plans to weaken gun controls, an issue that could prove costly. The Conservative Party is talking about redefining things and relaxing for gun rights in Canada. Liberal Party Trudeau is saying, no, we can't do that, and they're pitching a fit, just like here. Almost the same as California, which we're going to touch on because it's an interesting parallel. Quote, "It's very upsetting to see Mr. Trudeau trying to import American-style politics, particularly on an issue of public safety," O'Toole told reporters in Vancouver. He's the guy, the opposition party. Saying a big problem with weapons being smuggled in from the United States. Okay, let's get past that. Borders on both sides, our chief export, iron pipelines, all that stuff. An Exos poll on Saturday put the Conservatives on 35% public support. Now, this is in 2 weeks. With the Liberals on 28.8. The Liberals are losing by 6%. That's a big deal because these polling companies always tend liberal, right? And the left-leaning New Democrats on 19.6. Enough to give O'Toole a minority administration and end 6 years of rule by Trudeau. Basically, conservatives take power, start doing conservative things, conservative Canada. That's what that means. But now, remember how I juxtaposed to California, the other socialist-like country? Here's the actual statistics of what's happening with Larry Elder in California against Gavin Newsom, who's being recalled, by the way. 53% say keep Gavin Newsom, and 42.6% say go with Larry Elder. Now, the reason this is important is those numbers are not that big. This is California. California carried Biden by 30 points. That's an indicator right there. And what are we always talking about on this channel? We are united and we're moving forward because we are consistent in our priorities, and we are going to pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to not only our generation, but we will also help other countries do the same thing. Canada is on the cusp of doing very similar repeals and reforms like we are. This is something big. Here in the United States, if you take California out of the picture, we've got the Supreme Court of the United States deciding gun right cases again. We've got federal and district courts deciding gun cases again. Things are moving in a positive direction against all odds because of what you guys are doing with your representatives and your senators. And this bodes extremely well for going into 2022 because freedom is on the rise, guys. And the reason that I brought this to you tonight, because these places, historically very left-leaning, socialist light, like I said, they're leaning with conservative options by larger margins than normal, significantly larger. We're making an impact. That not only translates to our gun control, our gun rights, but that also translates through the other rights that are protected in our amendments. This is a big deal, guys, and it's a reason to celebrate. It's time to hit the gas pedal and forward this message out to anybody that you think needs to know it, because this, guys, we're seeing some green shoots, and I am really amped. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of Sunday. Have a good one.